Hi there, it's Jason from the Metaverse, and welcome back. Today we're going to look at Inscribed Space's new project that he released over this last weekend. So, without further ado, let's rush into it. If you haven't already, you should check out Inscribed Space's X profile. And his Twitter handle is @Inscribed Space. Once you are on Inscribed Space's profile on X, you will see that he has added a tutorial video, and in the tutorial video it basically shows you all the commands and what you need to do and how you do it and how you essentially use this tool that Inscribed Space has created. So we're going to have a play around with Inscribed Space just to give a bit of an idea of what you can do with it, and also we're going to look at a world that's been created which was based on the Squid Game Netflix series, and we're going to have a little play with it, because something that's probably absolutely worth bearing in mind is that this tool allows you essentially to create a world, a map, whatever essentially I guess you want to make with it, and it then allows you to essentially inscribe the world that you create onto the Bitcoin blockchain. So therefore, it's a world that you can create that will be on chain, which again, going back to the whole bitmap theory, this is almost one of those first steps that is being taken to be able to enable that. So this is really exciting, and I really hope you like this video. So let's go. So on Inscribed Space's X profile, you'll see that there's a link here, which you essentially click and it will take you to, I guess it's his website. And what you do, click on website. And then once that's loaded, you are then presented with various options. And the one we're going to click is Let's Build. And then you're presented essentially with this model space. Now, if you're not familiar with like using softwares like AutoCAD or any sort of, I guess, building information modeling type of tool, even something like SketchUp, it has that initial feel and similarity, I guess, to what you would expect in one of those systems. And I have to admit, first off, it seems really clean and really sort of tidy to be able to navigate. So to navigate this, really, I'm just using my left clicker and just holding it down and just sort of like, rotating my mouse so I can get a really cool, different view, I guess, different set of views, really. And then if I do the right click, I can essentially sort of like pan around, which is going to become quite useful at times, I imagine. So just zoom in like that. That's interesting. If I then go to the plus button over here, I'm then presented with a few different options. So I can create a box, a sphere, cylinder, cone. There's all these other sort of like texts, and you can then import, like, if it's like a little mini video clip or some sort of rendering that you'd like to show on a screen. You can then create a maze and sort of like platforms as well if you want to create that. And you can import textures as well. And my understanding is that it only accepts PNG files and JPEG files. And I believe they also have to be inscription. So you put like the inscription code in, or link, shall we say, and that then allows you to bring it up. So you essentially then click the shape that you want to use as part of your modeling. To keep it simple, I'm going to go with a box. You then click on the box and then you are able to change the colors. If you've got your hex color, you are able then to just like copy and paste that in. I haven't got my branding colors to hand, but I'm just going to try and keep them simple and keep them similar to the Metaverse colors for the time being. I am also of the understanding that if you keep the colors as consistent as possible, i.e. you don't go and put the whole rainbow color system in, apparently it optimizes the performance of this model that you're creating. So the simpler you keep it, the better it will perform, is my understanding. So we'll just insert another shape as well. I'll go for a sphere this time, why not? Change the color of that. So let's do the same. It's looking like it. And to actually, I'm not sure if I mentioned it earlier, to zoom in, I'm just literally using the wheel on my mouse, and it can really get you quite close there, which is cool. And this little yellow capsule that you can see over here, or orangey capsule, is your player, essentially. Maybe I can call it like the avatar almost in this instance, which will then be used to navigate your model that you create. And you can move these around, do as you essentially wish with them, plot them out, etc. And you can really start making this a really interesting playground space, I guess. I mean, if you see it as a bit of a playground, I think that's a really good way of looking at it. Once you are happy then with how you've created your model space, and apologies, I'm just keeping this really simple just for demonstration purposes. I mean, if you really spend time on this, you can, honestly, you'll be able to make something really interesting. So once you're happy with your model, what you can do then is you can then click on preview. And now that little yellow orangey capsule that you could see before, you've now essentially entered this avatar. And using the WASD, and I think you can use the space as well, that's right, for jumping, which is cool. You can then literally explore your map, your model, whatever you've created. Now, you're also not limited to this plane. You can grow it. You can almost make the platforms in this open space that you can see around, or in the sky, let's say. So you can expand this model as much as you like, which is really cool. It's also worth noting that once you're happy with your project, you can basically save progress, and this will generate a file and it will be downloaded in your files. And then when you want to continue your project, you literally click the load button and a little file explorer window opens. You just locate your file and upload it, and then you can continue from there. On Inscribed Space's profile, you'll see a link within one of his posts to the ord.io webpage. And on this left-hand side that you can see, this is one of the inscribed games using this software tool that has been used. So we're just going to click on there, and then we're going to hit the play button. And once that's loaded, again, using the WASD keys and the space button, we now need to try and navigate this. So this is one that's, like I say, has been built. And if you just pan around, you can see that it's something that has been created with a lot of thought, to be honest. Now, I did try and give this a go earlier, and I failed each time. And to be fair, Inscribed Space has put the sequence of how you can overcome this obstacle, but it is still really difficult, which, I guess in the theme of Squid Game, that he's actually got that spot on with creating this. So, okay, we're on the first glass plane. So I'm just going to navigate over here. I'm going to jump. Oh, fell down. Let's try again. As you can see, as I've fallen down, there's all these spikes here to imitate essentially the game over death trap that we've got. So we can go back up the stairs now to try again, essentially. So we're going to go here and we're going to jump there. Oh, let's get the position. Jump there. Yes. Let's go again. Oh, it was the wrong one. But you get the idea. Right, last try. Let's go for it. So, let's go on. Okay. Let's position ourselves. Oh, yes. Right. Let's go. Oof. Okay. Let's make sure we position ourselves. Oh, yes. Right. Oh, my goodness. Hang on. A, B. Uh-oh. Now, I did mention that he'd given you the sequence to it, but I obviously haven't copied the full sequence across because I haven't got as many left. So I think I'm running out here. So I just need to double check what I've got here. So A, B, A, B. So it should be A next, which is that one. Yes. And then B. I guess he left. Either I didn't copy it correctly or he's left the last two out. So I want to do what they do in Squid Game and try and see if there's like a reflection in the glass or something, but I can't tell. Let's go for it. I didn't make it. So that was a really quick short video, which I hope you liked. Essentially showing what Inscribed Space has been working on and has released for us to use. I really do look forward to seeing many of your projects, and if you do get a chance to do one and you do create one, please do put a comment and a link to how we can actually go and explore it. I think Inscribed Space will really appreciate that. Obviously, do notify Inscribed Space of anything that you create because I know he's really keen to go and explore every single world. And just remember that this tool that Inscribed Space has created for us is on chain. You are able to inscribe the model, the game, the world that you produce on this tool onto the Bitcoin blockchain, which I think is incredible in terms of where we are today. And before you go, I just wanted to remind you that the Metaverse channel created the first bitmap merch store, which you can find at mybitmap.com. If you haven't already, please do hit the subscribe button, like, share and comment, and until next time.